ended up relocating over there.
Right.
As well, and he ended up starting a church.
Yeah.
So he was pushing me, and he was like, you know, I have my own publishing company. We actually publish poetry books. And I was like, why are you telling me this? Like, I'm not interested in poetry, but I don't know. I just got a burden for it at some point, and Jealous God was really one of the first pieces that I wrote based off observation where I worked. So, like, I wrote based off everything that was happening around sandals that I personally saw. And I ended up ministering it in church one time, and when I sat down, the Holy Spirit said, this is what I called you to do. And I was like, nobody listens to poetry. And he was like, but they're going to listen to you.
Right.
And I was like, wow.
Oh, no, you know, you know me better. You know, I like a little candle. I'm a crazy man. You say, the Holy Spirit say, wait. He say, hey, Shay, this is me, Holy Spirit. What that mean? What that mean?
One day.
You know, all these people, all y'all is come talk, but the Holy Ghost tell me I was laying down, the Holy Ghost tell me this, and the Holy Ghost tell me that. Yeah, like y'all, the Holy Ghost is have coffee every morning.
No, I think
should be.
You better believe it. Put your head back down with your picking head. You're picking your head. This boy sitting there just picking on my Facebook Live with just picking your head. Boy, I tell you, boy. I tell you, I feel like struggling them every once in a while.
I go home at next time, though. Next time, I can go home at. Not today.
Boy, that can't go. You know your hair can't go. But talk about the for real, Shay, for real. And any one of you can chime in, Jeremy or Chris. What does that look like? Spirit spoke to me. The Holy Spirit spoke to me. I know what it looks like for me, and I believe it looks different for all of us. How does it look like for Shay, or for Jeremy, or for Chris, when the Spirit speaks? But you for Shay, since you don't know who said it.
Well, to be honest, I think that was one of the very first times that I heard an audible voice in my head.
An audible voice.
An audible voice. Like, it was extremely loud, and I wasn't talking to anybody, so, like, that voice was so loud, and I was like, and I'm having a conversation with him in my head, and I'm like, but nobody will listen to poetry. And when he said, like, they will listen to you, and then he said, all those poems you were writing, start compiling them and put them in a book. And he gave me the title. He gave me the vision of the book cover and everything at that moment. Wow. So it was like, whoa, okay.
So you know that wasn't Shay? Couldn't have been Shay. Let me, again, I'd be crazy again. That voice in your head, and I'm asking this for real, this real, not in a sarcastic way.
Okay.
Was it Shay's voice or was it another voice that you heard?
I can't even remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
I like to ask those kind of questions because I know how he speaks to me.
Okay.
And so I like to hear how other person's experience is with hearing from God.
I know, I never heard of this is God speaking.
Right,
I never had that.
You never had the smoke in the clouds and all that.
I've never had
base
that.
experience.
Yeah, I never heard that. I think it comes with a level of confidence, if anything, for me.
What do you mean level of confidence? That's really good. Explain that.
Definitely, like, one thing I know for sure, like, the enemy is not going to tell me something to do contrary to his work.
Mm-hmm.
And as for Shay never wanted to do poetry.
Sure.
So, to me, that was kind of like, poof, out there. The devil ain't going to tell me write no book. We got to do it. He didn't nobody. And I never wanted to do poetry. Like, I never wanted to. I thought I was going to come out as a rapper or a singer first.
Right. I got you. Okay, so you had that moment with God, 2012, did you say?
Yes, sir.
And so you start writing your book.
Yeah. Within a month, I think I compiled everything.
Wow.
I literally was dedicated because I was working shifts, and, like, whenever I was off, I would be to my laptop just typing up. And within a month, the book was ready to the publisher, and, like, 2 months later, it was published. But it wasn't until 2013 January where he gave me the vision of wanting to do an event. And it was so strange because I never had a passion to come to Nassau.
Right.
And it was like, you're going to do this event in Nassau, but this is going to be something that's never been seen. And it was more of, I don't want to showcase Shay. I want to showcase other young people because there are other young people that I know doing it. It can't just be me.
Right.
So I had the opportunity to scout at different events when I came. And, like, I heard of people who did it. So I went and I searched them up, and I was like, I can need them in the future. I can need them.
Tell that boy raise his hair because all he's saying is his hair in my shot. Thank you.
Five Nine Static.
Appreciate it.
Disrespectful. So, so
Let's try and get
basically,
me
yeah.
lost, though.
No, I can do it. I use my soldier, but. And so you do it. So you have your event. You know me. You talk about that too. You know that you do these events and how you feature so many artists. And I think one event you had, you were saying that you don't think he's going to go on stage. It's like, you lost your mind. Yeah, what you mean you ain't get on stage? You can do these events, you don't get on stage. You know, but it speaks volumes of who you are, though. It speaks volumes. Creating a platform for these other artists to get out there and do what they do. And I know a lot of us say folk like we can't stand the word artist. We like to hear ourselves referred to as ministers. But I don't think we should be offended by the word artist, because it tends to a craft, and we have a craft. And one of the dangers I think with many of us in the gospel community is because we are anointed, because we got the Holy Ghost, we don't perfect our craft. And that ain't good. Yeah. That's not, we should be perfecting our craft. One of the highlights for me, as a, I hate to say that I'm this, but as an artist, the next side of Denczil, the artist side of Denczil, I like being in environments where I have to show off my artistry. I like an environment where I can slap you with anointing and you don't even know where it come from, because you're so engaged with the artistry.
Yeah.
And you hear like, Lord, they can sing, but they and then you even know when the Holy Ghost sting upon you.
Yeah.
And it comes out of nowhere and just grab you and snatch you. And I think that is good, and I applaud you guys for that, because you, the four of you, we have a fourth person who came and joined, and she didn't say what her name. What's her name is?
Lenore.
Who?
Lenore Garros.
That's Lenore right there, everybody. That's her on Facebook Live. Lenore. Lenore used to poetry too.
Not on the stage.
Not on the stage? No?
No.
Lenore, what you doing? What you doing in my Facebook Live video?
You say what I do in your face?
In my Facebook Live video, why you here in my studio? You don't do poetry.
She's a part of the team, man.
Yeah, I'm part of the hierarchy team.
You're part of the hierarchy team. Excuse me.
Really.
Wow. I am honored to have you. So I moved the camera. Let's go back over here. She's a part of the hierarchy. I was wondering why kid moved and let her get there. Well, she's one of the bosses. So kids, let me move before I get fired.
You have to put some respect on
I know, right? But it is so important that we present a product that we can go in a secular environment, in an environment that knows quality production, and we should be able to present what we present. And the artistry, the art form, our presentation should be of such that it earns the respect of those that are paying money to hear us. And so it's very, very important that is stressed. And I like it about the shows that you've done, that there's been a level of excellence with the artistry, the level of artistry. And that's a really good thing. And we have a lot of ministers and singers and stuff who sign on to our shows. Some are on right now. And I don't want them to miss that, man. Perfect the craft. Perfect, study. Prepare yourself. Practice. Go in the mirror. Record yourself. See how you sound. And if you don't like listening to your recording, trust me, I don't hear it either.
Wow.
You know? So,
I don't have that.
so keep on listening, honing your abilities and honing your gifts, so that when you get out there, it will be a product that we all would like. Yeah, that's real nice. I like that. That's cool. You know, and I think that's what I commend you. I don't know how to do that. We have applause in the system, but I don't know how to press it. So get to clap. So, wow, there it is.
The comic relief.
Yeah. So, fast forward. You know, when did we connect with Life? Now I know we connected at a concert. I got your number, but you came to Life. What year was that?
2013. Literally, you were the third church that I visited when I moved to Nassau.
It was 13?
Yeah.
Been that long?
In July.
Wow. Oh, this is our anniversary. It's our anniversary. So in July 2013 you came?
I came.
Wow.
No, I came in June, but I did not visit Life until July. Because my prayer was, I know which church I came from, and I was like, God, Nassau got 3,000 churches.
Right.
I need a church that's on par or a little higher, and that's going to help mold me in my gifting. And I said, to be honest, I don't want to visit no more than 3 churches. And Life was the third.
Wow. So if you say one, you wouldn't know. He's not 2% of this.
But the thing is, I actually was supposed to go to Life First.
For real?
Yeah, but
wow.
Devard, who brought me there, he had other plans. I put him on blast. He ended up visiting other churches. I think it had to do with his work, so it actually pushed us back.
I got you. Well, glory to God. And you've been doing some amazing things. With how many Pentatonic events have we had so far?
Ooh, almost 20.
20?
Almost.
Nobody.
Yes, literally. We've had like 15, and this tour is going to be 7.
No way.
Yes.
It's not been 15.
Yes.
We had it
like 3 events and stuff at a time in a year, and then 1 year was Freeport as well. So like we really put in some events.
Yeah.
Did you included the church shows?
All the church shows too.
We did a church tour like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was like 7 or 8 churches.
So what talk about what is like kid. Let me skip over the kid over there on the far side. What is it like, especially you guys? Your mic was on though. You actually use that mic that you had in front of you. Yeah, that's working. You can use it. But if you want the pretty ones with the boom, you can take it.
No, I like that.
You good?
I like good.
All right, let's make sure. It's up. Bible says take the low seat. Let them call you high. Don't come up high.
Right down.
Oh Lord. So talk about what it is that you guys, we are traditional. We like singing. We like music. We like that kind of stuff. And for you guys to go on stage doing your thing, which is a departure from what is the norm.
Yeah.
Especially in this country, in gospel and in all entertainment. What's that feeling like? Is there trepidation? Is there like, oh boy, one of this can go? How is it?
Pentatonic has been around for a good while, so now it's getting to a point where people are growing familiar with spoken word, and then it's starting to pick up. Right. So you see a lot more people coming out the woodworks. Like, people ain't doing spoken word in their closets no more. Like, they proud to say they actually doing poetry.
Yeah.
So they actually coming out the closet and saying, hey, I'm a spoken word poet.
Right.
But at first, it's kind of nervous because it isn't rapping and it isn't singing.
Right.
So people usually would have a confused look, like exactly what is it that you're doing, and then some people have already have the idea on what poetry is supposed to sound like.
Right.
So when I go up there and I say something that don't sound like roses are red, violets are blue, and it don't sound like that, that will throw people off. Right. So it catches them. It takes a good while for them to catch it and exactly figure out what's going on. But by the time it's like the third line and hit them, they're like, oh, okay.
And that, what I like with you is that, well, on the whole, all you poets, you force us to listen, and that's why it's pressure on you all. Yeah. Because if you all fall up, you're like, oh Lord. Because you can't hide behind the music, behind the strings, behind the organ, behind the whatever. It's just you, and if you slip, you fall up. That won't mash up. But what I like about you, what I want to say about you is that you don't, and this is me, a non-poet. You don't sound like a poet. When you get to the mic, you still don't sound like a poet. And you be like, the first time I heard him, right? I was like, what? This boy don't say that. Because you open your mouth and you be like, and you have this thing. And everything I've heard you done, you start off really basic and simple, almost like you ain't gonna say. That's the way your poems to me. That's how they start. Like listen again, listen again. But now that I know, I say, watch. I tell people, watch. See, I know now. So I be like, watch. He about to hit you. Hold on, he about to hit you. Just keep on listening. Then wow, you be like, well, motto. But I like. And we say in my world, even in preaching and in music, many of us have lost our authenticity. And so we've taken on the identity of other persons. I speak of Denczil the preacher, and I know what it was trying to find myself as a preacher. Trying to find, all right, should I go with when you may really guess it, but just want to say it because it sounds like a preacher. The Bible. And I went through them phases trying to find who, and then I realized, like, wait, why don't you just talk like yourself? Just do you. And so I get up on stage and I crack jokes, and I'm a total idiot because that's who I am. And so I ain't got to think about how to preach.
Yeah, you embrace you, and you embrace God's artistry.
Absolutely, and I love it. That's what I see in especially in you. I haven't heard anything from Chris yet from a poetry level. I've never heard you rap before at the thing that we did, the retreat.
No, I did spoken word there.
You didn't rap?
No, sir.
All right, listen then.
His spoken word do sound like
Yeah, I'm a rapper first. I've been doing poetry long, but I rap first.
Oh.
Yeah, you feel me? So a lot of
You sure you didn't rap at the thing, boy?
I am positive I didn't rap. I am positive.
I listen to rap.
That,
You rhythmic?
yeah, that's what the rhythm is. Like,
Ah.
it's just like,
I thought you just doing one of your rap songs without you just saying you had no track.
a lot of my a lot of my pieces, it sound like I'm rapping.
Right.
Because that's exactly how I write.
Right.
If I
Put the mic closer to you so they can hear you on radio.
That's exactly if I decide to write.
Yeah.
Like it just that's how it is. That's because I spend so much time perfecting the craft of rapping to be the best rapper.
Yeah.
That even though I was doing poetry first, I was writing poems when I was like in grade 3, but I didn't really think to be a spoken word artist. But I was like one day saw it, I was like, yo, that's cool. I'm gonna try it. But I still was rapping. So rapping always came first, and like rapping makes spoken word so much easier because. Like how he said, like people, like it ain't rap and it ain't like, right? Like to me, spoken word and rap is the same thing. I could slap you on the beat. You don't have to actually rhyme for it to have flow and be rhythmic. So it's the same thing to me. You feel? I don't see a difference in it except for the way your presentation.
Right.
That's the only thing I see different.
Right.
And then again, rap is rhythm and poetry. So, yeah.
So they're all tied together.
Yeah.
What's your background? Was it for you two doing the rap and some of that thing?
Well, ideally, I wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Because everybody was rapping.
Yeah.
And I started out like, okay, I want to be the artist rapper.
Right.
But then I really didn't sound like a rapper.
Come on, your rap. Give me you trying to be a rapper back in the day.
I still have raps. You want me to rap?
Yeah, let me hear you rapping. Let me hear you rapping.
They say I'm a rapper with no beat. They poets with no soul. They in that street with their heat, but in their heart is so cold. And I find it ironic the things that we make iconic. See selling out to new trend, and I ain't trying to be up on it because you call yourselves Christian, but ain't living like you should. Like you forgot about the sun-dried blood up on the wood. You forgot about the nails. You forgot about that cross. You forgot about the. So yeah. But
boy, hey, I give a track, boy.
So it might sound like something now, but before it wouldn't sound right on the song.
All right, now what if now do that whole thing you just did just now as a spoken word piece? Would it be any different, or be just that?
It sound just like that.
No,
if you were doing it as a spoken word piece,
if I was doing it
that
as a
same
spoken word piece,
the same lyrics just now, how would you do it differently?
I would probably approach it different.
Let me hear.
They say I'm a rapper with no beat. They poets with no soul. They're in that street with that heat, but in their heart is so cold because I find it ironic. The things that you make iconic. See selling out to new trend, but I ain't trying to be upon it. So I feel the difference.
I clip it. My fingers squeezing so the clip ain't coming through.
So the difference with me is, one, I didn't like how I sounded, and two, the beat and basically the concept of rapping in my mind was kind of constraining for me. Because then I gotta, match with this beat. And then you gotta actually sound like a rap.
Right.
But whereas with spoken word, like, I could do whatever I want to do.
Right.
So it's like I could sound like a rapper if that's how it sounds, or I could do something else.
And you could put a 4-second break in the middle if you want to.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Exactly. So it really is, for me,
you could do that rapping
even though I started out rapping, I found that spoken word gave me the freedom to actually do and say whatever I want to say it, however I wanted to say it. And then like you said earlier, it don't...
All right, fix that mic here for me. That mic here playing. Can't do you want to change the whole change where it be. Turn the mic here to make it work.
What be?
You got it now.
Oh, I get it now?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, but basically, how you were saying earlier, you really don't have a beat or a chorus or any backup. So with spoken word, it really focuses more on how you present and what you say.
Yeah.
So I feel like I really didn't have no beats, or I really didn't have no artistic sound. But basically, I knew what I wanted to say, and I knew how I wanted to say it.
So let me ask you this, Jeremy. Was it you seeing spoken word and you being inspired, or was it like, this rapping way for me less? Did you just have the thought process all on your own independently, or was it inspired by something to say, you know what, I could try that? What was it for you, or was it just, you know what, this ain't working, this rap thing, I ain't like how this feeling, so let me skip over here and let me go to...
No, after I honestly wasn't interested in the rapping no more. I left it alone. But then I feel that I could always do, I could always write. So as the writing or the passion still stuck with me. That's how I came across spoken word. And then, so it was like, okay, so who else in this world is do this?
Right.
And then like I found a Sophia J video. So I was like, okay, so I'm the only person in the entire world that does this.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So from then, like, okay, I understand that this is actually a thing. Like, I ain't just trying to make something up.
Right.
Just so I can fit my one thing, but this is actually a real thing.
Right.
So from then I knew that, okay, this is something that I can do.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. And so for you, Chris, there's not been a really departure. It's both. You're still doing both.
It's both.
Yeah. And you used to rap too, Shay? Yeah. That was first?
That was something I never wanted to claim as well. But yeah, it actually was first.
Who inspired you as a rapper?
Jesus inspired you?
I know. I really don't know. I was a huge Lecrae fan when he first came out.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So, yeah.
That was she?
No.
Oh, okay. Carry on, smart. Excuse my comment.
Who was your inspiration back when you got into it?
Me?
But yeah, when you got into music, Chris.
Ludacris.
Ludacris.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ludacris is like Ludacris is the reason. One of the reasons he was who introduced me into rapping, because actually it's my cousin, but Ludacris was. I remember the first time I heard a song and I just was like, wow.
What song it was?
Fantasy. Y'all who know that, don't judge me.
I'm sure gonna look that up right now.
You were like, oh.
You a naughty boy. But my cousin is the reason I got into it. He came over one summer. I was on about I was going in grade 7, and he said, "Yo, watch this." He played a Biggie song, was kicking the door, and I always remember it. And he freestyled like straight off the top, and I was like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
I was so captivated, and from that moment, I said, "This is what I have to do." I devoted all my time to it.
Wow.
I had to do it. Like that was that.
Wow. So let's I'm sorry I had so much things going on to start so late because we just getting started, but I got us all in. 6:30. We started 6 o'clock on the shop on the head. It's now 6:30. 30 minutes gone already. Let's talk about the tour first. Let's talk about the tour that's coming before we talk about Sunday night.
Okay.
Let's talk about the tour, the genesis of the tour now, and what's going on with that.
I don't know. You were preaching in November sometime. I don't remember what the sermon was.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was driving home.
I guess it wasn't that good.
I don't remember. I don't know. But like I just had this
like
extreme burden to take pen and tongue outside of Nassau.
Right.
And we tried
around November?
Yeah, November last year. And we tried it before and the doors were like shut. And it was like God brought it back. Now, mind you, in that space of 2014 and 2017, I had people that keep coming and say, when you're going back on this pen and tongue tour. And I was like, whatever. And I pushed it to the side. And I was like, okay, God, if this was really you, then you got to move. You got to breathe. And it grew from, must be 3 islands to like 7.
Wow.
And every church was on board to the point where they're actually promoting for us.
Wow.
So it was like, whoa, okay, God, I see you. I see you. But the genesis of Pen and Tongue was I didn't want it to just be known within Nassau. I want to be known in the Caribbean as the Christian spoken word movement. Just like how P4CM is known for the States, I wanted Pen and Tongue to be known for the Caribbean.
What's known for the States?
P4CM, Passion for Christ movement.
Oh.
So that's the spoken word movement for the States with all of Jackie and Preston. It's basically them that got me into spoken word. Sitting down watching their shows. And I was like, okay, before we can go to Jamaica, we got to take it to the rest of the Bahamas.
Right.
So that's basically what the mission was for this. And I said, next year, woo, let's go Turks.
Right.
St. Lucia, whatever.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah, it begins with a spoken word.
Yeah.
It all begins with a spoken word.
Amen.
Everything begins with a spoken
Bishop
word.
ready to preach.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
That's the truth. You know, God made light before He made the sun.
Yeah, absolutely. Spoken word. That spoken word is dangerous. You know, we understand the power. Let me ask you this, and I want you to be as candid as possible without being deep and super spiritual. What's the end result for Shay with regard to spoken words? What is it you're trying to do? Okay, you want to go around the Caribbean or whatever. That's cool. What is it when you have this room full of people coming to these events? What is it that you're trying to do? Well, when I say not being spiritual, I mean not giving church talk, but real talk. You're like, what is it that you're trying to do?
I know I'm called to healing.
Uh-huh.
And especially emotional healing.
Mm.
So basically, like I told my team, my desire is not to just go to these islands and do spoken word. Like, that's the vehicle for us to get in. But because I know I have a healing ministry and God showed me that Pen and Tongue has a deliverance ministry, both in one, I don't want young people to come in suicidal and leave suicidal.
That's good.
So I'm not really concerned about, me doing poetry to make you feel good and be like, I want to get into it. No, I'm more concerned about your soul.
Right.
And you being delivered at the end of the day. Freedom for everybody looks totally different. And my whole cry has been for this entire time, God, don't send me on these islands if I don't carry your glory.
Mm.
Because with glory comes the gift.
Excite your pastor. Excite your pastor.
With glory comes the anointing. With glory comes their freedom. With glory comes literally me perfecting or flowing into the craft. Like, if I don't have glory, don't send me, because I just wasting these people's time.
Mm-hmm. That's really good. That's really good. And let me ask you this: What do we do then? What do we do when we? And this is some of us, you've already thought about it, or talked about it, or have a plan for it. What do we do when we, like in the case of Cat Island, we went to Cat Island, and turned out a whole school down there at Cat Island. But we left. And that's what happens. We got to leave. You can't stay. What do we do to make sure we don't leave after we leave?
I literally have not thought about that to that extent.
Oh, wow.
But
like,
it is so important. Let me tell you what, because we did a thing in Cat Island. We did a revival in Cat Island 2 nights. Shay was with us, and the night services it was two different things that happened, both equally as powerful. The night services was ridiculous. I mean, healings and miracles manifesting all over the place. But the day we went to the school, and it was crazy what happened there with those students that we had inside the room. And you watching them cry, and you watching them be broken, and then prayed, and watching that fire God hit them, and they moving their hands, and the fire got on them. But we got to go back.
Yeah.
This is you, because of what rests on Shay and Chris and Jeremy and the anointing for administration. And that's an anointing, and that's important. You need that element of to bring the gifts together. There's going to be an awakening in the lives of these young persons. We need to, I charge you all that we need to set up some kind of mechanism that we can constantly touch them. Even if we create this pen and tongue grouping where those that are touched, that we can put regular notes in there, create a page that they can be a part of, and we can constantly hit them and see to their discipleship. See to them being, and I don't use the word mentored, I don't say discipled. Inspired, y'all know that they are inspired and influenced positively, that while they may still be in Freeport, or where are we going? We're on Freeport, we're going?
We're in Freeport, Eleuthera, Exuma, Abaco, Andres, Bimini,
okay.
and Nassau.
So we go into those different islands. They can't leave the island, but they were so inspired by that. We want to be able to still touch them, that they can still feel the pulse of pen and tongue, such that we don't lose them to the enemy, because they develop, watch it, they get a hunger for it, they get a passion going, and they can't find y'all, and they may be in a church where the church ain't really happening and stuff like that, and then the enemy sees that hunger.
Yeah.
He sees that desire that they have, and what happens a lot of times, we end up losing them, because we awaken something on the inside of them, and they can't find nothing to sustain them in that place.
Yeah.
You know, so I because of your passion, because of your drive, I know this, and I asked you that on air, just so everybody else can know. But I know your passion is not to make Shay artists known around the world. That's not your hunger. Your hunger is not to have platforms and selling thousands and millions and whatever. If it happens, it happens, but that's not what drives you.
Yeah.
You know, that you sell millions of units. You drive to change lives. And so then we need to prepare ourselves for this great harvest. Prepare ourselves to disciple this generation that we're about to really, there are persons that will not jump with Denczil Rolle and friends. And there's some that would sit there and not feel gospel boys. But you guys get up there and you penetrate beyond. Your ability to penetrate is so crazy, because in order to appreciate you all, I have to tune in.
Yeah.
I have to. I can't partially listen to you all. I got to zone in. I mean, when I say I mean any individual. You for pen and tongue, once you guys hold us hostage for that 3.5, 4 minutes, whatever that is.
That's the plan.
You have the people hold hostage, and you have access to their mind. The Bible says we are transformed by the renewing of our mind. You all begin that transformative process, and so there's a responsibility that you guys have. You know, you guys have a responsibility, because you're opening up a door. And so, man, I'm excited about what's going to happen in this tour, and it's really a movement, not a tour. It's a movement. It's Pen and Tongue is a movement.
It really is. It really is.
That's what it is, and that's what it's ordained to be. And I want y'all to start praying about God and how we're going to do this, because me saying this doesn't mean y'all just go ahead and mind this out and plan and you're using strategy. No, you need to hear God now. God, what is the approach? You know, I'm dropping the seed, but you got to now hear God. What is the approach now, God? How are we supposed to do this? Because this is bigger than any of you guys can imagine. This is bigger than anything you guys can imagine. This is major. Not just this movement to these islands, but Pen and Tongue on the whole. It's major. And nothing is worse than harvest rotting. You don't want that.
Not at all. No.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to see the harvest rotten.
It's true.
We want to see the harvest harvested. You know, so I see on while I got this here, I see Irvin Clark down there in Exuma. Listen, what church are you doing in Exuma? Relevant. Irvin Clark, my beloved, listen, I need you all to make sure Palestine is out there supporting Pen and Tongue in Exuma. What's the day for Exuma? July 2nd.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
We get a front seat for you, Irvin.
Speak it, shall come to pass.
Clark, I need you to make sure, get the word out to all our friends in Palestine. I need them. Tell them this my girl now. This one of my girls. You got to be able to support them. On the 2nd of July, they're at Relevant, right there. That's Queens Highway.
Ramsey.
It's on Queens, though, Queens Highway, on the main road.
Yeah.
On the main road.
Yeah,
Right there. Yeah, I know where you're at.
Yeah.
And then my friend Pastor Tony Ferguson, I see you online now. Tony Ferguson is there in Freeport. I need you all to be there. They're going to be at the temple, Peachtree Street with Bishop Bethel and Conrad. Those on the 8th. All right, Tony. So I want you to be there and supporting them on the 8th.
Pastor, we didn't see you on yet.
Yeah. So, Pastor Tony Ferguson, I want y'all to be there and support them down there in.
Speaking of authority.
Not even a spider.
I got an export.
I know.
On your ears.
I want y'all to be there, and all the rest of you, my auntie up there in South Florida, fly over, come go to something. Go to the one in Bimini, my good auntie. Go to the one in Bimini. Campbell, I think he's in Freeport. So Campbell, I want you to be down there in Freeport. Oh, who just give me the thumbs up? Who's that? Who give me the thumbs up?
Tell Gambrell if he need Pastor Tony come in, so.
He catch right with him.
No time for excuses.
Man. Yo, please support this. It's going to be amazing as they go to different islands. Of course, you know, Bimini going to be lit, and we know our good friends there at Gateway. They're going to make sure that they support and be on full force. Prophet Guido and all of them, Bishop Gilbert and all of them down there, Bimini. And Abaco, Lord, we want Abaco to be there in full force. I can send a note to Roclesia to tell her crew down there to make sure they're there in full support and Treasure. They in Treasure Key, I believe. So we will make sure they're out in full support. But it's going to be amazing. I'm excited about it.
Come expecting the unexpected. For the islands that we haven't never touched, I know we've been to Freeport. Come expecting the unexpected. I know you might be hearing all poetry. I really don't know if I still come. Even if you ain't sure that you're interested in poetry, still come, because we got something for everyone. Every poet has a different style, a different delivery, and different message. So still come out. We got something in there for you. If you is a hip hop fan, you get something in there for you. If you like singing, Shay will sing. We had a lot of psalmists on the tour as well.
Yeah. So
come out. Even if you never heard of pen and tongue, you never heard of spoken word poetry, still come out and experience something new. I promise you. I give. If you come out to the show and you're not pleased, if you're not touched by one of the poets, I'll give you whatever you paid to get in.
Cool.
I'll give you back whatever you paid to get in.
Go ahead, Bishop.
Y'all don't lie to the man of God. So y'all enjoy it.
I promise you, once you come out, if you aren't touched, if you don't feel something in your heart, I will give you the money you paid. And I can promise you this, that every person I make this promise to, I've never had to pay back.
I'm just waiting for Jeremy to give me the show back.
now back to you then.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Waiting for him to give me my show back. Right?
Take over evidence.
Just take my show back.
Jesus, just walk in the town for
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
So let's we get ready to go. I'm going to play the outside music, but let's tell them about Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday night.
All right, Sunday it all goes down, June 25th, 7
Man, you ain't
p.m.
sound excited.
Doors
Jeremy, talk about Sunday, man. Jeremy, go ahead. Sunday.
Listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Back up, pen and tongue. This bad started, but we going on island.
All right.
If y'all would catch what the island can get beforehand, come on. Listen to me. If you've been in a pen and tongue show, you know what we're about. If you ain't never been, it's a free show, so this might be the last free show. We don't know what might happen. God might bless the ministry and the price might go up. Come out. It's free. Come witness God in His magnificent form. Like I say, everybody is different.
Yeah.
Everybody is different. You might say, "Oh, I don't like poetry." Come out, come find out. You might say, "Oh, I never heard of what is pen and tongue." Come out, come find out. Yeah. Oh, I never seen none of these people before in my life. Come out, come find out. Nassau, this is the warm up. This is the warm up. Catch the preheat. Yeah. Catch the preheat.
You know the fire coming first in Nassau.
Exactly.
It is. Listen to me. Listen, Linda. Listen. Christoph, good to see you, bro. Make sure you be out on Sunday night now, right here in Nassau. Sunday night at C.H. Reeves Auditorium. That's where Life Worship Center is housed now in the steel building right there on the campus of C.H. Reeves Junior High School. Listen. I am with a lot of pride. I invite people to come to Pen and Tongue. People who don't do church, people who don't like this, don't like that, I invite them with pride. I said, come, I promise you. And I know you think Jeremy was joking, but I've done the same thing. I said, listen to me, you go there, even to the paid events. Every time you go, if you don't enjoy it, I got you. I promise you I got you. That's the kind of confidence we have in the level of production, the quality of the material, the preparedness, the art form. It's at its highest level. It's not good for gospel. It's off the chain for anything. You know, so people like say, oh man, for Christians, they do all right. You know, I can't stand that, you know. Or, man, for Bahamians, that was good. What do you mean for Bahamians, that was good? We kingdom. We above any level or grading system anywhere on the planet. Because we kingdom. Amen. And so excellence is in our genes. That's all we do is excellence. You know.
Listen. We are some of the best. No boasting for us, but boasting for the kingdom. We have had international guests on the same ticket that have been wowed by the poets that Gotta present it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I support that. I endorse that message. My name is Denczil Rolle, and I do endorse that message.
I tell you,
ready.
But
yeah.
I want to add this plug because you said even for the people who are not saved, like literally God just told me last week, Penn&Town is a church for the overchurch, the unchurched, but to help teach relationship. So at the end of the day, I don't care if you saved. I tell everybody, I don't care if you saved or saved.
Yeah.
Unsaved, saved, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Just come.
Yeah.
Show up. We got you.
I endorse that message. You want to enjoy it. There's a friend of mine who I invited to one event, and she was like, please, whenever there's another event, please let me know. I don't want to miss nothing they do. And so I'm going to get a word or two. I'm going to text her as soon as I finish the show so I don't forget to text her to let her know that she needs to be out on Sunday night to be a part of this event. It's going to be amazing. It's free of charge, but listen, I'm this is the bishop now. The bishop talking now. I want you to bring an offering because I'm going to be raising an offering. I doing that. Oh, no, I can't do that. I can be away. All right, I can send somebody to do that. I'm gonna have somebody do that. I need to make sure that there's a good seed collected on that night to be a blessing. We want to sow into them as they get ready to hit the road. I've already charged life on this week that they're going to sow a seed to be a blessing to this tour because we believe it's going to be a great harvest and we ain't want no fruit rotten.
Yeah.
Everything that we harvest, we will make sure that it is put to use. It was put to kingdom purpose. All right. Well, listen, this has been, I said, a truncated version, but it wasn't really that truncated. It's been 48 minutes. 48 beautiful minutes, but 48 minutes all the same. As we go, I play my background music so you can know I go on. I leave it. But as we get ready to leave, let's go some closing comments across the room. Let's begin with Jeremy, and we can catch baby girl in the middle. And then, what's your name again, hon? Lenora. All right, we begin with Jeremy, and then Lenora, and then Chris, and then we can let Shay close us up.
Good afternoon, everybody. I know I talk a lot, so I'll try to be brief. Come out, come enjoy a friendly, family-oriented show with creative, like-minded people. Not only displaying what they want to say, but ultimately delivering God's word in a unique style. So just come out. That's all I gotta say.
Good stuff. Lenora, we hear from you all day.
I would say it's different, but it's God. So I encourage you just to come out, as simple as that.
Lenora, where you go to church? I know you.
Global Worship Center, where
my peoples.
Yeah.
That's my good peoples, man. Yeah, Pastor Brenda and Dwight.
Yeah.
That's my good peoples, man. You used to go to good church.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So I know Global could be there full force.
Yeah.
Tell Apostle and Brenda and Dwight, tell them I say they need to be there on Sunday night, right?
Okay.
Tell them I say that.
I'll relay the message.
You relay that just so. Tell them I say they got to be there.
Front row seats.
Front row seats.
Yes, listen, we got some front row seats reserved for anybody who wants them.
The pick drop.
God bless you, Lenora. Chris.
Like, on the real, y'all just come out, y'all enjoy yourself. Like, we both have a blast. We both to let loose, and we both to glorify God. That's what it's all about. That's what's up.
It's so funny, right? I like watch you. I used to look at the mic, like you're in the mic talking. So what we about to do? We about
I can't help it.
you be all in that mic, boy. Like,
yeah. I gotta do it. I need to look at them. They can see me.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, buddy. That's real talk. Yes, Shay, close it off. We're talking about it Sunday one more time. Numbers to call if they want information about the tour. If anybody in the family islands want to hit y'all up to get information, the Facebook page, the Twitter, the Instagram, all that kind of good stuff. Put it all out there so they can know as we shut it down.
All right, you can find us on Facebook, Pen and Tongue 242. Facebook /Pen and Tongue 242. Pen and Tongue 242. Instagram, Twitter, @gmail.com. Can't miss it. But Sunday free. But guess what? We giving away a free trip to Camp Bahamas 2017.
Oh,
like,
wow.
you can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
That's all God. That's
God.
all his advertisement.
Absolutely.
Now, the theme is One Body, One Sound. And it's basically one body unites the people with one sound that invites the people.
One body unites the people
With one sound,
one sound
that invites the people.
that
Our
invites
sound
the
is
people.
going to draw them in.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
I hear you. That's nice. Y'all smart, man. Well, there you have it, man. We had an awesome experience here with these wonderful peoples, and of course we're going to bring them back when the tour is done, because they need to report on their stewardship. We want to bring them back to come on, just talk about what God has done. We're excited about talks of deliverance and healing and salvations and discipleship and all that kind of good stuff that's going to come on this tour. So when we get back after their tour, it's my tour, and so on. Once that's done, then we get back probably sometime in August. We come and sit down together and talk about what went down over these 10 or so days, 10, 12 days. All right. I got to go. It's almost 7 o'clock, and I had to head over to Quaco Street and East Street to this anniversary. We encourage you to be able to see it. It's going to be hot for the next 2 weeks. It's going to be hot because this coming Sunday it's going to be pen and tongue with Lachey, Chris, and Jeremy and Lenora and everybody else who will be a part of it. And then on the following Sunday, July 2nd, it's going to be Denczil Rolle and Friends in concert. You ain't going to, man, listen, you ain't going to miss that. Listen, excellence upon excellence. Excellence on Sunday, excellence on the following Sunday. It's going to be crazy. While we tearing up Sea Dreams on next week Sunday, they're going to be tearing up Exuma. They're going to be doing their part. All right. So I got to go. It's summer, as we tell you every day, every time we get a chance. Spend quality time with your children, man. This summertime, man. Love on them. Go to the beach with them. Y'all play Uno together. If you can't play Uno, play I Declare War. You can't even play that. Play that. That ain't hard to play. Do something, some quality time. You can't afford to buy ice cream, buy blow pop. You all eat blow pop together. What you talking about, boy? Freeze that Kool-Aid, man, and make that thing work, man. Enjoy yourself. Make sure, because there's so many forces trying to get our young people. Make sure that the loudest voice in their head, until it's gone, let it be you. Yeah. We want it to be God, but until it becomes God, make sure your voice is the loudest voice in their head, man, in their minds.
Brought to you by Glory Radio Station.
Oh, man. On that note, I got to go. Remember our mantra here at Glory 93.9 is from the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 14. For the knowledge of the glory of the Lord shall fill the earth as the waters cover the sea. That's what these children want to do. They want to fill the earth with the knowledge of His glory. And we encourage them to continue to do that. And we encourage you to help them in getting that out. Until we meet again on tomorrow, may the grace, peace, power, presence, glory of Almighty God rest, rule, and abide with you, not just now, but forever and ever and ever. And then you know what? Forever again. God bless you, man. We gone.
Amen.
Yeah. Man, what's not, by the way.
Hey, Delvin, I was just talking to you. Listen, keep them. And you know what? I did. You should have one concert. That sounds like a good idea, you know. Let's have a concert for true.
But that's what you're for.
Well, you
When I said that, I say.
Denczil Rolle and Friends.
Listen, everybody. Thank you, man, for tuning in with Ben and Talk. Don't forget to be a part of the event on Sunday. This Sunday, July 2nd. What it is? July what? June 25th. June 25th.
Listen, come out Sunday, and if you don't have a fun time, I'll reimburse you for your ticket. Wow. But then Sunday is free, so get us on island near you.
Oh man, I go on, man. We out of here. Bless you all.
$11.